updates on sports stories around the globe. Aron Akerejola joins us now. Aron, great to have you. How's it going?
Yes, we're doing good. Very good morning to you, Rufai. Although you're not happy with me, but the people might not understand. But let's focus on
No, but
games.
Aron, I have a right not to be happy with you. How can you compare Frank Lampard and Tuchel? It's not done because of emotions.
That's talk for another time.
That's
good morning to you, Doctor. Good morning to you, Adesua. And let's start it off from the fixture yesterday, the first of two semi-finals in the Carabao Cup. And as expected, Tottenham Hotspur came out winners. They did struggle. The scoreline didn't seem to have flattered the gameplay yesterday as Sissoko and Son got on the score sheet for the Spurs yesterday. The Lily Whites beating Brentford. It was a hard-fought game, and Jose Mourinho had this to say afterwards. He said, for me, every competition is important. I won what was then the Carling Cup in my first season in England back in 04-05 season. So far, for me, every competition is different and does matter. Right now, he's looking towards winning his 5th cup title, and he'll be hoping to make that one happen in some months' time. Now, moving in further, if you can actually help us with this, Jose Mourinho has actually won 12 of his 15 finals he's actually played in. So you look at that, this is a master of finals, so to speak. He knows how to get his team past the finish line. He's done it 12 times, which has included massive trophies like the UEFA Champions League, massive trophies like the Premier League, the La Liga, the Serie A, to mention but a few. This man is just a winner true and true. And he has lost 3, and all three were all minor cup competitions, if you want to put it that way. So let's see if he can banish the the trophy drought of Tottenham Hotspur, which has lasted for 13 years. But standing in his way will be either Manchester United or Manchester City, who will be playing tonight at Old Trafford. And this Manchester derby is particularly very, very important, knowing that both teams will be hoping to get their hands on the trophy. Manchester City have been winning this trophy in the previous seasons, and they will be challenged heavily this time around in the semi-finals against Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who also has been losing semi-finals, and he'll be hoping to step up. For Tottenham Hotspur, they will be looking at both teams and saying that this season they've been able to beat them convincingly. Manchester United were beaten heavily at the beginning of the season, and so a few months ago, Manchester City were also beaten by Tottenham Hotspur 2-0. So whichever the case may be, Jose Mourinho might just be beginning to whip up the tactics that saw him win against both Manchester clubs this season. But for now, it is both Manchester clubs going head-to-head for who will pick up a place in the finals of the Carabao Cup. Away from that, now let's talk about one man who has just signed a new deal, and in his first press conference talking about the Argentine, Mauricio Pochettino, he's been welcoming all stars, big and small, to Paris, and he'll be hoping to turn the screw. Remember, he actually got to the finals of the UEFA Champions League with Tottenham Hotspur a few years ago. Later on, he was sacked. Yes, I can hear you.
All right, Aron, we'll go for a quick break
okay.
now, and we'll come back and we'll talk more about Mauricio Pochettino himself and PSG, all right? Keep it locked right here. We'll be right back.
Thinking of banking in Africa? Think Zenith. In today's fast-moving, fast-changing world, you need a financial partner that understands your unique expectations. A bank with presence in major financial centers across the world, with the enabling platform to facilitate seamlessly, whenever, wherever, however. A bank with best-in-class financial solutions from a superb combination of technology and human touch. For easy, fast, and secure banking that creates real value. Turning dreams into reality is now in your hands. People, technology, service. Zenith Bank, in your best interest. Thinking of banking?
All right, welcome back from that quick timeout. We'll quickly go straight back to Aaron as he gives a sports update this morning. Aaron?
Yeah, so we were speaking about Mauricio Pochettino. He's been welcoming the Stars to Paris Saint-Germain, and let's see if he can turn the Parisians to world beaters. And he's been linked with the likes of Dele Alli and Eriksen, who he had worked with in time past, in his time at Tottenham Hotspur. He'll be hoping to bring them on. And also Lionel Messi has been linked to Paris Saint-Germain. Will that happen? We'll have to wait and see. All right, it's 27 days till the transfer window shuts close. So let's talk about how things will play out here on the continent of Africa. CAF Champions League games will be going on, and also CAF Confederation games will also be going on today. For the CAF Champions League, Eyimba do have a mountain to climb against El Merreikh. They were beaten convincingly 3-0 in the first leg in Egypt, and this time around, let's see if the People's Elephants can roll back and probably get a famous victory at home today. In the CAF Confederations Cup, also we have another African team. Rivers United beat Bloemfontein Celtic, the South African side, 2-0 in South Africa. This time around, they'll be hoping to finish the work they started a fortnight ago. So let's see how things become of that. But before I come to you guys, we brought this story earlier on, talking about Trippier and the fact that he was banned, and later on the ban suspended for probably hinting that his friends should go on betting. Now the FA has brought out more evidence to show why they said that he should actually get a 10-match ban and be fined £70,000. This is the text. This is the message between he and some of his friends in a WhatsApp chat group, where you can actually read it there, which he was almost nudging them on to actually bet. One of his friends actually put in a series of 10 bets in a space of time between when he signaled his intention to leave Tottenham Hotspur to Atletico de Madrid and when he finally moved. Some friends also put in bets of 20, 50, one even put as much as £300 on him moving. And surely they had a good payday, and at the end of the day, which is a no-no, because it's almost like an insider information there. When you do that in football, certainly you will get a huge hammer, and that is what he has gotten. And the FA are still insisting that Kieran Trippier is on the wrong, and he should serve the 10-match ban and also be fined £7,000.
In fact, I'll tell you for free, Aaron. Kieran Trippier is lucky if he gets a 10-match ban and £70,000 for betting. You know why? Because it's more a grievous offence. You remember cricket? You remember what happened to that team? Mm-hmm. You remember how it ruined that nation in cricket? You remember what it did? Yeah. You remember allegations of match fixing. How it affected somebody that's known to be a football legend here in Nigeria. I don't want to mention his name. No, you need to mention it because we brought the story here. We spoke about it. Yeah. And he's still fighting the case as we still speak. He's still fighting the case. That's why I said, let's not go into the detail. Even before Siasia, there's another person, that played in England and the likes, and you remember allegations of match fixing and the likes. You remember? So if he's going away with this, he should be lucky. But those messages will be investigated head-on. Football says no totally to any form of insider trading when it comes to betting. It's just like doing insider trading in the market. In the stock market, you have privileged information and you use it and you go ahead and you trade. It causes a big problem. And because a lot of stakes are here. And Trippier should be lucky if he gets free with that. Mauricio Pochettino, I've got something against Mauricio. Mauricio has not fixed the problems that led him out of Tottenham. All of a sudden, he thinks he can reproduce that in Paris Saint-Germain. He's got a galaxy of stars. He wants to bring in more. Is it about stars or those structures you need to put in place? I mean, if you watch that series on Amazon Prime, All or Nothing Tottenham, that was talking about the reason why Mauricio Pochettino led Tottenham in the first place. You will see those factors still rearing its ugly head. Give it to him. He's a great coach. But the question is, will they have staying power when the chips are down? That's a big question Mauricio should answer. And the Parisians are a great club. Like they say in Paris, ici c'est Paris. This is Paris. This is our club, the Saint-Germain area of Paris. But the truth has to be said. Has Mauricio fixed his problems? Big question.
All right.
Well, Aaron, I would have loved you to comment on Samuel Chukwueze.
Okay.
Who Mutiu Adepoju was celebrating yesterday on his Twitter handle for becoming the latest centurion and the youngest centurion in the history of Villarreal. When he showed up as part of the first team for the 100th time. And he's just, you know, at a young age of 21 years, 7 months, much younger than the Argentinian who had that record before him. And then also this argument over whether Manchester United is unnecessarily favored with penalties when there seems to be no basis for it. And it's Jurgen Klopp, you know, who is making that allegation. So is Man U successful because the club seems to be favored by referees? And it's a conspiracy theory that had been pushed earlier before club by Frank Lampard. Quickly.
Quickly. First of all, if you're talking about Manchester United, I think Jurgen Klopp is just crying wolf, if you'd ask me, because this season, looking at it, since he came into England, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I must say that Manchester United are the second most awarded team in terms of penalties. They've gotten 43 penalties at the moment. The team that has been awarded the most penalties, without a doubt, is Leicester City. They've gotten 45, and Liverpool has gotten 30. When you put Manchester City has gotten 43. So you look at that. This season alone, Leicester City has been awarded 10 penalties. Liverpool has been awarded 5. Manchester United has been awarded 5. So you look. I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I mean, Jurgen Klopp is feeling the pressure and is trying to just deflect at the moment. I must say that some of the penalties that Manchester United has gotten this season has been dubious. But have they been overly favoured? I don't think so. It's still touch and go with the VAR and what they decide to see and what they decide not to award or call as a penalty. Now, talking about Samuel Chukwueze, I'm entirely glad that he's been able to light up the Spanish Premier Division. The Yellow Submarines, when they brought him in, he was a fringe player. He's been able to establish himself, but a lot is still expected. He's just 21. Some players are already turning heads. We are hoping that he can refine his game and fine-tune his game. If he can do that, he will be a world beater, because Africa has not celebrated a Nigerian being the best player on the continent for a very long time. We're hoping Chukwueze can do that.
All right, Aaron, thank you so much for that. And I hope Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is not quickly turning into some Alex Ferguson that they gave every decision by the referee, including Fergie time. That's what. Thank you so much for your time, Aaron.